Hey, I'm Miss Love, and I'm really excited today. I have a phone conference with Blake Hoena. He is the author of 60 books, and I sent him my story, Miss Love's Mystical Island Adventure, and I'm now getting ready to get on a phone conference Skype call with him and find out his impressions of my story. I think he's there. Hi, Blake.
Hey, Susan, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing lovely.
I wanted to get in touch with you and find out what you think of my story.
Well, I read it, and it was a fun story. It was a great story where, the one thing I really liked is you had the kids going through and solving the problems. And, it's key for any book like this here to have kids. The kids are the main characters. The adults, they play a secondary role. So I really enjoyed that and really had, a lot of fun reading your story. It was a nice adventure.
Thank you. Did you like the illustrations?
Yeah, I did, and I looked at some of the animations. I have to admit, the shark animation was my favorite. It just the chopping sound it made, and just every time I watch it, it kind of cracks me up. I also, the illustration where they're in the rainforest, and the bugs are flying around. I think that's one kids will just really enjoy. It's just kind of, those bugs are kind of creepy and stuff and buzzing around. And so it fit really well with what's going on in the story, so I really enjoyed that.
Can I get a thumbs up from Blake Hoena?
You can get a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Hey, that's really exciting.
Have you always wanted to write a book, or is there something that just motivated you?
As you know, several years back, I had a tropical theme in my classroom. And it was a gorgeous classroom. Most of my students were Latina and Latino from Puerto Rico, and I wanted to just place them in an environment where they could really connect with who they are and where they come from. And throughout that whole experience, my children started writing stories, island adventure stories, and they placed me in the story. And they placed me as a character. Oh, Miss Love doing the hula. I guess you saw that hula animation. That came from an idea one of my students had. She drew me, and she had a story about Miss Love doing the hula. I placed myself there because my children saw me as someone who was guiding them and encouraging them. I'm okay with that role in the story, So it all started with children writing books about me, and they were really interested in an island, and they were coming up with all these magical ideas. It was so exciting. And when I was reading the stories, I thought to myself, this is just too good to, give them a grade for, put in a portfolio, and forget about. Because, as you read the story, we have the magic rainforest, and one of my students on my site, I have his book, I had a photograph of it. He had a magic story with a rock waterfall, and I just took it to the next level because my students were so talented and so gifted, and I promised them that I would do something with their work. I couldn't promise them what, but it just hit me one afternoon when I was in the class that I'm going to take their stories and develop them further, create my own, but their inspiration is behind me. I think that's really an awesome creation that it happened that way.
Is there some sort of message you want to get across with this book? Through the topic you've written about?
Obviously for parents, I'm hoping that they'll be interested because it's educational. There are so many platforms for learning in the book. The magic geode, the formation of the geodes, underwater exploration, to the exploration in the cave, to the thinking skills and the problem solving, as you mentioned. So I'm hoping that parents really see, looking at a map and decoding a map, history, the cave clues with the cave drawing, all the history that's involved. So I'm hoping parents appreciate, all of the educational aspects. For the reader, for the child, what's most important to me is that they really relate to the characters and really develop a sense of who they are, really accept who they are, and really just go forward in their life with total confidence, empowerment. All of the children in the character in the story were all very assertive children. But I think the biggest message for me, just to answer your question, is that children need to find out who they are on their own. And when you find something about yourself that you really feel is worth exploring. Don't let people put you down and tell you that you can't do it. And I think parents need to hear that message, because oftentimes their children become excited about something that they want to explore, and their parents may, detract them from it or tell them that it's just not something that they feel is right for them. You know what's right for you as you grow and develop. So the role that I need parents to play in supporting my project and the message that I'm sending is, let your children find out who they are, and when they have a dream and they have something they want to pursue, do everything you can to support it, because children will surprise you. The message is just go for it and get all the support you can in your community, and once you have that support, don't let anything stop you.
So, any other adventures for Mrs. Loeb's Island of Adventure?
Well, let's just see how the first one goes. I think it'll be a great success. We have ideas for screensavers and calendars and notebooks and folders and some really cool computer games where they're getting on the mystical island and solving clues. We really think the computer games are going to be a great hit. I'm really hoping that there will be a second book.